Hello, good morning to everyone. Good morning, good afternoon to everyone, good evening. I know my lesson is go beyond all over the world. That's why I say good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and good night. So today you are with Teacher Dan. I'm highly welcoming you to this lesson today, where we have P5 class. Where we have P5 class, primary school. Today we are in primary school. We are going to see the components of environment. Components of environment. If you listen the word components of environment, you can understand the different things that made environment. So, as your teacher here, I'm gonna try to show you the soil. What is the soil? But first is the components of environment. So, as I was starting, soil is a continuous layer that covers the earth surface. Is the continuous layer that cover the earth surface. As we know, in soil, from the upper surface of the soil to go the deep, there are different types of soil. Where we have the soil what we grow the plants or for food, or the trees, the soil that hold the plants and everything. And so, but today we are going to see the soil. The meaning of soil, or the definition of soil, is a continuous layer that covers the earth surface. Or you can say soil is a medium in which plants grow and get water and mineral salts. As you know, this is the second definition, where we have is the medium in which plants grow and get water and minerals. So as we continue here, we have how soil is formed. How soil. You can ask yourself, say that how soil is formed by weathering. I think everyone here knows weathering. If the weathering is happened, the soil is what? Formed by decomposition of organic matter. When, for example, you have rubbish and just you put there and you deposit somewhere, that organic materials or organic matters decomposed. When decomposed, it become manure. That manure, after some time or after a long time, it becomes a soil. That is how soil is formed. As we continue to see here weathering, we have seen how soil is formed, and just now we are going to see weathering. What is weathering? What is weathering? If you listen to the word weathering, what is the weathering? Weathering is the physical and mechanical breakdown of rock into small particles to form soil. That is weathering, is the physical and chemical broken down of rocks into very small particles to form soil. So as you see, the chemicals, physical, it is a physically and chemically, means that if you have the blocks, do you know locks or big stone? Locks the big stone. When it broken down, when it broken into smaller parts, into smaller particles, it forms a soil. Means that if you broken down the stone or broken down the rock, it becomes a soil. That is the meaning of weathering. Another thing we have in the form of soil, we have decomposition. Decomposition is a rotting of dead or organic matters. Means that if you try to know the word rotting, it is the dead. When something is dead and that becomes maggot, for example, if you have a dead dog and then it becomes maggot, that is the meaning of rotting. So it is the rotting of dead organic matters. So organic matter, when is dead or rotting, it becomes what? It becomes a soil. So if you are together, I know we are together. Let us continue about types of soil. Types of soil. And here we see types of soil. We have 3 types of soil. There are 3 types of soil, which is first one is clay soil. Clay soil, you can make many things from the clay. Many things from clay, where we have to make a pot from clays, to make vases, to make different things that we preparing for a flowers. So as we see that we have some plate that made by clay, and it is many things that we have from the clay. So the clay soil is the first types of soil, and the second one is loam soil. Loam soil is also the types of soil. Loam soil, this is the fertilized soil, which has many minerals, or manures that is grown, that we facilitate us to grow the plants, or this soil that we dig for getting the food, that is the loam soil. And the third one is sand soil. Sand soil, where have small particles of solid or small particles of stones that is used in building houses, just cementing our houses. This is sand soil. So another one we are going to describing step by step, one by one, to our types. So types of soil we have here. We have to describing the clay soil. Clay soil, we are going to see characteristics of clay soil. Characteristics of clay soil, we have, it has fine particles. It has fine or smooth particles, and it has closed package particles. Yes, the particles of clay soil is closed or is bonded. Yes. And the third one, it does not allow water to pass through in very fast. Then if you see our ancient Rwanda, like 5 years ago, they was using the pot for cooking or pot for fetching water, but here means that the clay soil does not allow water to pass through, so pass through very fast. So if they are not allowed pass through very fast, here we have first one, we have, it has higher water retention capacity, so it easily becomes water logged. Yes, when you add a much water, when you add a much water in clay soil, they become also water. Means that if they are wet, if your clay is wet, you can't add water. When you add water to clay soil, it becomes water. Okay, clay soil has the highest rate of capillarity. Yeah? It has the highest rate of capillarity. So we are going to see the importance of clay soil. Importance, the uses. We are going to see the uses or importance of clay soil. So the uses of clay soil, as we see here, clay soil is a good pottery work. Make pottery work. If you are saying pottery work, it is the making of pots, ceramics, and the modeling. If we said the modeling, the clay is used to make some raw materials used at home. Means that's why we are it's a good for pottery work. Second one, clay soil is good for making bricks for building. Yes, when we see the clay is the types of soil that is used to making bricks for building. The third one, it is clay soil is good for making tiles for roofing. Yes, it's tile for roofing. Sometimes to use to make tiles for roofing where we have to close our roofings. So we are going to see the next one, which is called illustration of arrangement of particles in clay soil. Illustration, when we try to see illustration of arrangement of particles in clay soil, we have here illustration. If you have illustration, we have activity. We have activity like homework, that is you can make or do as yourself. What is soil? We have seen the meaning or the definition of soil. The second one, identify any three components of soil. Another one, how is soil formed? Mention three types of soil and how is used for a man. As we see here, lesson 2, we finished that to describing clay soil. The second one is loam soil. Loam soil is a mixture of clay soil and organic materials. Well, loam soil, when it is the clay soil which is mixed with organic materials, with that materials that is dead or rotted, that is the form. When you take the clay soil and organic materials, that both form loam soil. Organic materials like humus. Humus is the rubbish. When you see the rubbish everywhere, this one is the humus that forms the manure. It consists of decay, plants, and animal materials. That humus, it consists or it made by decayed plants or died plants and animal materials like cow dung and so forth. So loam soil usually has adequate water, air, humus to sustain plant growth. Yeah, loam soil usually has adequate water, air, and humus to sustain plant growth. So we are going to see the characteristics of loam soil, where we have its particles are fairly arranged. Means that when you try to see the characteristics or properties of loam soil, we have its particles is fairly arranged. Means that their particles, their small particles of soil, they are not arranged, they are separated. That's the meaning, they are separated. Yes, it contains both clay and sand particles. Yeah, loam soil, it consists, we have seen that clay soil, it consists only by clay that can be decomposed by water easily. But here we have it contain both clay and sand particles. So the third one, it has a lot of humus for plant growth. It has a lot of humus, or it has manure or fertilizer that can be facilitate plant growth well. The fourth one, it has fairly larger air part places, and compared to clay soil, it has to fairly larger air space. It means it has a larger space compared by to clay soil. Thank you for understanding the characteristics of loam soil. I think everything which is about characteristics of loam soil, it is understandable. Are we together? I know we are together. Let us continue our lesson today, which is about soil. We have seen the types of soil. We have seen how soil is formed. We have seen clay soil. We have seen characteristics of soil, and we have seen loam soil. So we are in characteristics of loam soil, where we working on importance of clay soil. So here we are going to continue about importance of loam soil. Importance of loam soil, we have here, it is good for crop growing. Only that, without making noise, or without confusing about this, is the soil, is the loam soil, which is good for crop growing. So illustration is arrangement particles in loam soil. As you see here, it is composed of loam soil. This is the structure that shows the arrangement of particles in loam soil. Means that loam soil has sometimes has the clay soil or sand soil, and this is the mixture. This is the mixture of clay soil and the sand soil. The mixture of sand soil and clay soil, it's form loam soil. So here we have why loam soil is the best for plant growth. Why? You can ask yourself when your teacher asks you, or me, I can ask you the question here that said about why is the loam soil is best for plant growth. You can take one like 30 seconds to think about this question about why soil is best for plant growth. So it contains a lot of humus, means that it contains, or it has a lot of humus, means it consists, or it contains a lot of manure. You know that manure, it is the mixture of decaying matters. So let us continue. If you understandable, or if we are together, if you are together with you, just let us continue about sand soil. Illustration arrangement of particles in sand soil. That how it look like. This is the structure of sand soil. Sand soil, sometimes they made of small particles of stones, and the big stone also, they are mixed with the main is a stone. So larger particles that make it to be well aerated. Yes, and water pass through it easier. when you put the water in sand soil, it passes through it easily. So has poor water retention capacity. When it don't has the ability to hold on or to stay with water. When water is passed through, it just lose quickly. It is lose in that sand soil quickly. In few minutes, that sand soil you added to that water, it becomes dry. So that's the meaning of it has the poor water retention capacity. So has higher water drainage. Clay soil has higher water drainage. It is easy to dig. Yes, when you have a hole or forked hole, when you need to dig, or when you need to dig clay soil, it is very easy to dig, because it is not hardened. It is just very soft to dig. So number next has a poor rate of capillarity. Capillarity, if we say the word capillarity, it is the uptake of water through soil particles. Uptake, and when the water pass, it is passed very quickly. It is not letting there. So it means that capillarity, the capillarity is the uptake or remain uptake of water through the soil particles. When you see capillarity, a tendency of water to raise through small narrow space. Yeah, you can just, if the tendency is the tendency of water to raise through small narrow spaces. And you can ask yourself, what is a drainage? Drainage is the capacity of soil to allow water to pass through it. Drainage, if you have a higher drainage or lower drainage, it is higher drainage, means that the higher drainage, the water pass through quickly, but lower drainage, water is to pass in hard ways and don't pass very quickly. So importance of sandy soil, we have seen the importance of clay soil, we have seen the importance of loam soil, and just we are going to see the importance of sand soil used for building. You know that the sand soil is used in what, in building houses. So the next one, the sand soil is used for making grasses and sand papers. Yeah, you can use it to make grasses. Sometimes they take the sand soil in the factories, and that make the grasses and the papers. You can know that. So if you want to know this one, you can visit the factories or industries, and I think in Rwanda here we have the factor of grasses and the peppers. So NB or notabene, it is not good to crop growing because it has lower water holding capacity. I have told you that this sand soil, it is not holding water. It has lower water holding capacity, means that that's why when the plant can dry quickly, because the sand soil loses the water very quickly. So let us do an exercise which is talked about second activity. Why is loam soil is best for crop growing? We have talking about that. Just you have to revise and answer this question: why loam soil is the best for crop growing. The second one, mention one characteristics of loam soil. What is the characteristics of loam soil we have seen above, and identify the types of soil. Identify the types of soil, which is what you have to identify the types of soil where identify the types of soil which used to make grasses. Which one you have to identify the which is make to grasses, which is the types of soil made to use made all used to make grasses and peppers. What is capillarity? What is it? You can ask yourself what is capillarity, and which type of soil is porous. Which types of soil which is porous? I know that you can answer this question. And question number 6, the last one is talked about. The last one is talked about the types of soil. The types which type of soil is porous, which type of soil is porous. So okay, children or pupils or student or the all people around us, I have just continue to explain you about the soil, and just we are going to see the component of soil. The components of soil we have here. The component of soil, it is the lesson 3. We are finished the lesson 1, lesson 2, and we are staying on lesson 3. Lesson 3 is talked about lesson 3. Lesson 3 talked about this is the lesson 3. This is lesson 3, which is talked about components of the soil. What are the components? What are the components? What is the consistency, or what is the made? What is the made of soil? What is when you call something soil, what is the materials you can going on to see that is soil? Specifically, it is soil or not? So as we continue here, we have here we have the components of soil, where we have their things which make up soil. They are include. We are going to see the what are things make up or made up of soil, our soil. So the things made up of our soil, the first one is air. You know, we have seen that the soil, the air passes, or wind passes, and just what to say, the water is the one component. The first component of soil is air. The second one is water. Are we together? The water also made by what? The soil. The third one is humus. The second one, the fourth one is rock particles or stone particles. And then the last is living organism. Example, the living organism. We have here living organism, like example for living organism, we have bacteria. Bacteria is the one which is made up of soil and insects and earthworms. We see that in the soil there are many small animals there that is used to, it is like it is made when you have soil and that is full of worms. It was that it makes that, or it confirms you that soil is very good to plant or for growing plants. So thank you so much for listening about the components of soil. And here we are going to see the importance of components of soil. That component, we have seen the component of soil above. Then here we are going to see the use of that components. What is the use of that component to these plants? So here we have here air. We have air, which is the air is used by animals in the soil to respiration. Air is used by animals. We have seen that in within or in deep of soil, inside of soil, we have the many animals from there, and you have seen the components. One component, first component is air, and just that air, the use of that air is used by animals in the soil to respiration. Yes, and the air is used during germination. As you see, when the seeds is germinate, we have just used you can't germination, it can't be happen without air. Means that you see that germination, it is the growing of seeds into seedling. That is the definition of germination, where we have three types: two types of germination: epigate germination and hypogate germination. This air is used for germination, during germination. And water is used for plant for germination also. Water, without water also the germination can't takes place. And the third one, the use of water in the components of soil, it is making starch. Making starch, it is the raw material for photosynthesis. Photosynthesis also is water is essential or the special for photosynthesis and promoting decay of matters. Yes, when the humus rich with water, it becomes decay, rotting, decays. It decays. That is promoted decay of matters. So log particles in organic materials like sand, grooves, clay formed by weathering. We have seen the definition of weathering above. You have to revise and see what is it. So let us continue. Also, the water provides space for air to occupy. When water is passed, where water is removed, it leave the space of what, of air. That air used for respiration of animal in the soil. And last one we have humus, the dead, decay plant and animal material provide the plant nutrients, and that nutrients that reads the plant growth, where it is from the humus, which is provide the plant to nutrients, and just improve soil fertility. It improves soil fertility, and then makes the soil appears dark in color. Makes the soil appears in dark in color. It gives the color. Humus, it is the one which is give the color of soil. When your soil has the many humus, it becomes a black, and you know, just it becomes dark or black. And as you know that the dark soil, it grows higher, it brings a higher harvest. It brings a higher harvest. That's why the government of Rwanda encourage the farmers to add the fertilizer and manure in their soil, in their farms. So the soil appear dark in color, and we are going to see the last one, which is living organism. Example of animal that live in soil. We are going to see the example of animal that live in soil. We have bacteria, we have molecules, we have polycipillus, we have earthworm, we have ants. I think these animals, you know about it. You have about it, but you have to understand that bacteria, molds, pines, and earthworms and ants, they are the animal which is live in soil. Bacteria like nitrogenous fixed bacteria fix nitrogen in the soil and hence improving what on soil fertility. So there are bacteria which producing bacteria. We have the bacteria like nitrogenous fixed bacteria, there are bacteria which is used, which is have the law to fix nitrogen in the soil, in order to improve or to improve what, improve fertility, improve the wealth of the soil. So, and then what earthworm aerate the soil or soften the soil, plant the soil, add soil fertility by break down the dead plants and make and remains what remains animal remains. So if we have some bacteria or earthworm, this is used to soften the soil, and then others added the fertility by break down the dead plant. When you have the dead plant, it's decomposed by the that earthworm. Any bee or notabene, why do you think earthworm are come out of the soil after raining to breathe, taking oxygen? Yes, good. Why you think that when we why do you think earthworm, when the rain finished to raining or finished raining, what is the why it is come out, why is come out of the soil after raining? The because the answer is it because it need to breathe and to take in oxygen, and to breathe. And we are going to see the properties of soil. It has air, it has water, it contains mineral salts. Experiment about soil contains air. Soil profile. We are going to see the soil profile. Soil profile. Soil profile. Soil profile is the vertical arrangement of soil layers. Is the vertical arrangement of soil layer. Soil profile, it is how the soil, sand soil, loam soil, and clay soil, how is arranged in vertically. That is why it is the meaning of what a profile soil profile, or arrangement of soil layers from top to the bottom. It is the arrangement of soil layers from up to the bottom. When from up we have loam soil at the first, at the second we have clay soil, and deep we have sandy soil. So area where one can clearly see soil profile: pit latrines in trenches. When you are digging latrines, you can see the how the soil is arranged. So I think we have seen the soil which is has the arrangement and how is arranged. So let us continue here about to the restoration of the soil of air. How we are going to see how soil is arranged. How soil is arranged here. We have control section. We have control section here. We will see glasses, and we will see salmon. Yes, salmon soil parental materials. Soil parental materials. As you see, this is the how soil is arranged. As you see here, this is the humus. This is the loam soil. This sand soil. And here above we have what? And the importance of topsoil layer, it contains most of nutrients for plant growth. Briefly explain the following terms. Soil texture. We are going to see what is soil texture. They are the different size of soil particles in an area. This is the soil texture. soil texture, there are the different sizes of soil particles in an area. And just we are going to see soil structure. And the soil particles are grouped, arranged. And how the soil is grouped or arranged is what we call soil structure. Activity or exercise. The ending exercise is about what is soil profile. We have seen that the definition of soil profile, and the second one named the soil layer, which good for plant growth. And just like the third one, suggest any place where one can create a soil profile. What is soil texture? Can understand or ask yourself what is soil texture. We have seen, and we have seen here just name any two organic found in soil. Thank you so much. I think you will do this exercise, and just what I need you is to comment and subscribe to my YouTube channel. But first we have to subscribe. If you have any question about our lesson today, you have to comment under the link, and just comment and answer those questions. And also you can write it to me in the comments. I will answer you immediately, and I will give you my contact just to communicate with you about any question you have. So what I need for you is to subscribe and make a comment and just like, in order to develop our education. Thank you so much. See you on the next lesson. We will see the soil erosion. We will see the soil erosion. How is it doing? I think we are see our lesson today is understandable well. See you. Thank you. I wish you a Merry Christmas, and I wish you a Happy New Year. God bless you. I love you so much. I'm Teacher Dan. Just stay in touch. Bye bye. Bye bye. Thank you.